A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Often we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. This is rather thrilling.
I learned of a forgotten riftstone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
This battle is under attack! What's most effective? No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
is pleasantly cool here, what with the canopy overhead.
I suppose 'tis too much to ask that we pass through unmolested.
Indeed, you are correct.
Look at it! The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike will to send it gazing skyward.
Focused attack will end this foe. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
My thanks. Here. Big it up.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Fee! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot. I'm not quitting this job.
All done, then?
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was... And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. 'Twould be most efficient to make for our nearest destination first. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Be on your guard. It's ours.
You would have me lead? Consider it done.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
You scared? You should be. Where do you think you're going, eh?
Let's run out. And
Come, I'll lead the way.
I've got hold of the enemy.
Well done.
Prepare yourself! All together now. The attack has won.
A focused attack will end this foe.
What was that?
This is a poor remuneration for our efforts, I must say.
It is a dismal feeling to be disappointed so utterly.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Well done, Master.
That was outstanding, if I do say so.
You have my protection.
Ray, follow me.
Let us see what you're made of. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Let us proceed to the next location. On to the nearest location. Raven Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
It is not what I expected.
Come, I'll lead the way.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil. Post haste.
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. It would be most efficient to make for our nearest destination first. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
I thank you. It is a great kindness you've shown me.
You wish me at the Vanguard? Oh, you will.
I've ever seen them.
Put to sleep.
not good enough.
Let us proceed to the next location. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
What most effective? This creature is hard as stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes. Over so soon? Seems I've drawn the short.
You are most gracious. For you, as a token...
This is generally you. Magic may be the solution here, Master. Shall I put my sorcerer skills to good use? That will be of assistance.
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
Right you are.
Cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave. I am well aware of the particulars. I will protect you. We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Master, goblins!
Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
We could obtain some rare materials here, if it pleases you, Master.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag. Our task is complete.
Splendid.
Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Har Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Out of the cave at last.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
True enough.
Prepare yourself!
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
Pray, follow me.
I've got time for a natter if you do. Say, might you do me a favor? Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
Well done.
You would have me lead? Consider it done.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Goblins, Master! One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
The stars glimmer gorgeously this night.
True enough. Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey. We've little need for a campsite at present.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Pick up every little thing you find, and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the
Fie! There's a haze o'er my eyes! Can anyone hear me? We need help! I don't want to fall here! Ah, damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? What's on it?
most effective.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Do we truly expect to find aught of value in a chest hidden in a place like this?
There's treasure within, I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out.
Saurians? I have but two words for that performance. Utter perfection.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next...
You're not one of ours. Have you come to forgive me? Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage. 'Twas a surprise to find someone living out here, and an old man at that. I wonder what so impels him to set out to sea.
He's something of an enigma, isn't he?
Perhaps we will understand more in time. Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach. Methinks I can make it over there. Might I be of assistance?
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you.
At last. I should like for you to see this place.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Well done.
Let me get that. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
See, strength. Dry off as soon as you can. A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
This foe is drawn to women as a moth to a flame.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easy to counter. Our foe is knocked off balance! Grab hold and drag it to the ground!
An appropriate choice arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
It's a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment. Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what to find, but it might be something useful. Feast your eyes on this!
Master!
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Oh, methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure. Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey. But I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
I dare say we shan't make much progress as things stand. What say we
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a... Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
And with that, our task is done.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
I concur.
If that is what you wish, Arisen, I'll go on ahead.
Over here, if you would. We've arrived, just as planned.
What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if... I was hoping you'd... I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of. Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sh...
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Mayhap really would have been better off a place.
Situation. Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Mayhap really would have been better off a place.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Indeed, you are correct.
Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Such a cunt.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be. Suppose I ought
All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
Mayhap I ought
wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
True enough.
Just remember,
Time to be heading.
I've somewhere to be.
Not round your day, like getting open now.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Pray, follow me. Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Let me get that.
I bought time and I know how to spend it.
One path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Oi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. Hmm? You want to ask me a favour this time? Alright. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. Alright, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Spencer? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Mel seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melv are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes. I almost forgot.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops are none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that... The lands around Melve is not only poison the plants.
Well then, I ought to be off. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. I only hope I've not forgotten... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
It is of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
Watch for the hobgoblin!
Come, I'll lead the way.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Only Christmas gets the worm, as they say.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Over here, if you please.
Oh, that's better. Many thanks.
Dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Seems I've drawn the short straw. Of course, I wouldn't dream of complaining about it.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. Well, that's why you made a bridge again. We must cross quickly, lest it move. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
That's not what I expected.
broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here. I will finish this, here and now.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
We've got goblins! A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a one-thought. I know what I'm doing. Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Pray, follow me. Well done. It seems we have enraged our foe.
I cannot use their rage to our advantage.
Understood. treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Over here, if you would. Let me get that.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here.
That man just now seemed rather...
You best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here. That's...
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day.
So you say, but you wagered against our visitor, did you not?
And I'd do it again. Just look at that fool's face.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. You would know of our village? As you can... Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like, sir.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Ah, you must be the As you like.
This is the inn. Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Happiness is a full schedule.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned? How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself?
Nothing you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice to show you.
Tis a remarkable treasure we've found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
You're gathering grimoires, eh? I happen to be in possession of the Veiled Tome, Owl in Blizzard. I'd even be willing to part with it. If you'd be willing to trade me Fulminous Shield, the magic Aegis for it, that is. What say you? Oh dear. Still haven't found it?
This is the end, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Fancy a look at my wares?
How goes it? Have you found Fulminous Shield, the magic Aegis, perchance? Oh dear. Still haven't...
Fancy a look at my wares?
This is the end, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again.
Greetings. I trust you are enjoying it. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter. Brass means imp. Naturally, Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask, sir.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. But I suppose I can tell you, his real name is Dara, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage, that's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, but he failed. So the title, that's when he went, and still, you'd have a, but we can't have him thinking. Me thinks he...
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
You're here.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
What's this all about?
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty's... but of course, a clever plan. Furthermore, 'twill serve as, and all the while, the doubt's a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill would prove its worth.
So
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your majesty. Yes, by a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to
we have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Over here, if you please. As pawns are not permitted within the castle, I will bid you farewell when we reach the entrance. Over here, if you would. Only person I believe in is myself.
Mind the predicament. Our soldiers need better.
You are the Arisen. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards...
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chamber.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this...
I would not presume to know, however, it...
Oh, perhaps the boy.
My lord...
Oh, unring your... As if anyone in this now. If...
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Would that all my days.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealth?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now.
Such quietude is a blessing. Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermin. I fear such a partnership would, at any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, Should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent, and ere it slips my mind, pray.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is there?
Here, if you please.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right. Right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. I find your company to be right. Edified one last time to be heading home.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out. Surely you think.
Aftermarket I go.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Aftermarket I go.
What should I get up to today? This armor's seen better days.
No one's coming to my rescue, as I well know.
Monsters are really scary. This town must have needs.
I'm in fine fettle. Another day, another adventure.
Gotta earn all the gold.
Might as well take a look.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Will someone do aught about this?
'Tis clear.
Oh, sir, The young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the watchhead still. However pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The watchhead refused, and right. But his lordship, he employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the watchhead on a... Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Time to head to market.
I'm the sack. I'm back. Somehow my feet always carry.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
Wouldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
Well met, son.
Not much has changed since I was a girl. Same himself.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Mayhap I ought to ask.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
I'll seek out a town I'd like to visit. It falls on me to resolve this.
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
It pains me to give in. Yet what choice have we?
I mustn't let this get out of hand.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
The field of battle is wont to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
Indeed, you are correct.
You're in fine form.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Perhaps 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter. Oh, very well. Back at your side I go.
Sir! Help me, please!
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Yeah? What is it?
Master, I just...
Got something for me?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Ah! 'Tis you! Thank goodness you happened by, or who knows what might have become of me. You have my gratitude, but do excuse me.
That's enough. That damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
Go ahead. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are.
Show yourself! 'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
What to do? What to do?
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own. A patchwork of techniques, home.
That cheek of you!
I dare say
We're saved.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but here we are. My thanks for your efforts.
Suppose I ought to check the wheels before we... Apologies, but I can't offer...
That reminds me.
Should I get up to today? This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. We have reached our destination.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Interested in my wares?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me.
'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
A bitter end breeds no satisfaction.
To think the lady here has been supporting the gracious hand for so long. I must find... Are all the nobles so kind? I can't...
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures? Oh, if only my collect... Alas, the sand would wound my... If you're curious, the man's home is located in back...
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
We shall remain here.
Welcome, sir.
My whiskers are looking a tad crooked, I fear.
Now, can't help but talk in a whisper here.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood. So many happy voices carried on the wind.
It's on me to bear what younger shoulders
Sometimes
have.
this is the only place I can find peace.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
This place is very dreary.
You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome, yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am.
A place to soothe the spirit, delightful breeze.
Always the same. Day after day, just how I like it.
I'll go on an adventure.
'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome, yet after all this time, here I am.
I've little enough gold to spend as his.
Why, good day, sir. This is too much for me, I fear.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
This place is very...
"'Tis no simple matter for a woman. Here I..."
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Clear eyes all round. We've a long night ahead. This is one step too far.
Always the same. They are.
Think again.
This place is very dreary.
Off to market I go.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to...
Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort. 'Tis all a matter of who strikes your fancy, sir. If you see someone you like, go speak with them. If you see someone you like, go speak with them.
Place to soothe the spirit.
Who's been strewing rubbish about?
Nice place, this.
Ah, good, you return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
It's been a long day.
Nothing more deadly than getting comfortable.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Shall we get some rest then?
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Dull days for us are a sign that all
beast stay.
He's doing about a dozen things at once.
Fancy a look at my wares?
There's got to be a way to earn more coin.
Might as well take a look while you're here. Eh? Stop by again soon.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome to Bjorn's Art, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the hope to see you again. Are you in the market for something in particular?
Always a pleasure.